Sheesh.
Move over a bit here.
This guy's just killing.
All right,
people.
can I Thwipp it? I guess we're live here. We're starting to figure something out.
Yeah.
I hope some people come in. I'm not real sure how they would know. Oh, okay. Here's the share feature. All right. So let's see. We are just starting off. This is the first time we're doing it. We haven't been live in person together for quite some time. But here
true.
we go.
That's a fact.
Yeah, can I Thwipp it live? I'm sharing it on Facebook, trying to get some friends.
Ooh, this is a proof copy.
That's the proof. Yes, exactly. Of Arcane.
Wow.
Right. So thanks, people. If anyone's joining
That's
us,
crazy.
can I Thwipp it?
Can I do that?
Question mark live.
Is that all right?
Yeah.
No. As long as you brought some really nice friends along. Don't you know I brought my really nice friends along? Trying to make sure that level is good. You know?
Got some really nice friends along. All right. Cool. All right. So that's the thumbnail it's showing. I wish it was a photo of us. I could have actually done that a little better.
Today's live is brought to you by Flying Embers, Clementine Hibiscus Hard Seltzer.
Got some Clementine Hibiscus friends along.
I brought my Clementine Hibiscus friend. Hibiscus?
Hibiscuits? Yeah.
I brought my Clementine Hibiscus friends
Oh,
along.
welcome, biscuits, and
Wow.
hello.
It's nice to see ourselves because I realized how cool I look.
You do look cool.
I
Now
do
that you
look
have
pretty cool.
the shaved head, you got
Shaved
everything
head.
nice and trim.
You got a pretty dope Dr. Pepper
I'm
hat.
the long-haired one.
I got He-Man on my t-shirt.
He-Man T.
Feels pretty
You're pretty
fucking
big
tight.
in on that He-Man stuff right now, aren't you?
I have a problem.
Yeah, you love He-Man. So we got some new books today. We're about to go see Shang-Chi at 6, right? 5? Yeah, at 6. So we're going to see Shang-Chi. We're going to do a little bit live before, and then we're going to do a little bit of live after, and then that's going to be the new episode of Can I Thwipp It, the podcast. We are working on new stuff. Can I Thwipp It is back together. We're going to try to you should turn on that arcade so it's like flowing in the background.
Oh, that's
cool.
a good
That's
idea,
visual.
dude.
That's visual fodder for the peeps.
Vigy
Fods. Anyway, so we are we're working on some new stuff. We are, let's see. Speaking of which, sending this off to our producer, one of our the cameramen that we're working with. So that's fun. Manus has got the Old Turtles arcade, but we're also doing some new books. This is what I read most recently, and it was amazing. I can't wait to get in there and tell you a little bit more about this book. I was sending you pics.
Yeah, it's
From
pretty.
the Turtle
It's pretty tight. I like that it's so big. Oh, and it's like $12.
It was, yeah, but it's only issue 1. It's not like a one-time thing. Turn that down a little. I mean, yeah, turn it on, but I'm not trying to mess with our Supreme Audio. Look at Black Fur here.
Black fur.
That's the grizzly bear with the chainsaw wielding baby dolls on there.
Wow, that's pretty sick. Let me see that.
Yeah,
Let me see this book.
look at that book, man.
See, I like these image formats, kind of like the Ultra Mega book.
Yeah,
I like the oversized, like halfway graphic novel vibe. This is like
Yeah.
a magazine vibe.
yeah. I
Cane
really
and
like it
Abel.
when it's just like a
By
little
Shaky
bit
Kane
bigger.
and Krent Abel.
Trent Abel.
Krent.
Yeah, they both have like this sort of like old school, super fun style that I enjoy.
It's very
Um,
Mike Allred-ish.
All red. Yep. Look at that.
A
Like,
little
look at
bit
this
of,
spread. It's
what was
very
this?
creative. Kind of like
Who did Shaolin?
Jeff Darrow.
Jeff Darrow.
Yeah, Jeff
Very
Darrow.
reminiscent.
Yeah. Do you
Little
still
bit of
have that
mix.
Shaolin cowboy figure that we bought together?
No,
You sold it.
I sold it.
Nice. I just realized that mine's in the closet and I never even.
It's probably worth more now.
Yeah.
That was smart.
Should I show the peeps?
Yeah,
Check
get it.
this out. This is a full show and tell thing. We're here in the Cosmic Lion Cave. so-
Man, this book is sick. Yeah, the art in this book is something crazy.
Man's brought some really nice friends along.
I mean, what is this? Don't you know I brought some really nice friends with me?
I've never opened
Black
it.
fur.
This is sealed too.
Wow. There's a variant of it,
$25
too.
from Meltdown Comics when it was being sold.
Sure, that thing's definitely worth like $50 to $100.
Well, especially because it's never been opened. It's sealed.
Wow, the black fur bear is pretty lit.
Isn't that insane? Dude, I kind of want to open this Shaolin Cowboy though. I want it.
My
I wanna keep it.
God, this is crazy.
We brought some really nice friends. So I'm sending out the link to some friends. So if you come on, hit up the
This is tight.
chat And
Damn, this guy looks like Scareglow
Scareglow
from He-Man.
It's a pretty. They're all awesome. Like character design styles, like these skull characters. He like goes to Mousetown and kills these like Mickey Mouse dudes and shit.
Kill him, dude.
But there's all these. There's even like a page at the beginning where it's like Kirby, and he's being like kind of like terrorized or visited by these like Kirby-esque monsters, and then like you
this
see
is
this.
very Kirby-esque.
There's an interview with him. Shout out Ryan Balcom, who did an interview with him. Oh shit, Jason Lapidus up in the house. What up, Jason? A great cartoonist there from the Peregrines and Group of Six, Group of Seven, Group of numbers. Just kidding, Jason. Of course, it's Group of Seven.
You better have gotten it right.
It is. I see it on the. I didn't need to
Jesus
scour the
Christ.
bookshelf. It's Canadian history. What am I supposed to know about it?
Hopefully, some.
Oh yeah, so there's Kirby. Just kidding, Jason. I love you, man. Kirby's featured in this book as a character, and there is some like cartoonists, like they bring it back to like see he's like he gets this like mythical pencil.
Monster size Sid Vicious.
Oh yeah, these are sweet.
These are like fake ads in the book.
Right. Like it used to be. It was a life size Frankenstein that you would get in there. We brought some really nice.
And don't you know he brought a really nice friend along?
So that's my first new
That's
book.
a pretty
I'm
sick-
super excited.
Yeah.
Cain and Abel.
dig
I
that
guess there's
vibe.
going to be a number 2 from Image Comics.
Damn, I wish I had gotten one of those
I wish you did as well.
because they're probably not on the shelf anymore.
I don't think they are.
That's probably a book that like it was mostly people who asked for it who got it, and most shops probably didn't get more than. 5
There was a
copies of
few at Collector's Paradise. If you want to look next time I go there.
it. Yeah, if you could, I would take a number 1.
Should I open this Shaolin Cowboy up here in the
Only
show?
if you want to display it and you're not trying to resell it.
I'm not trying to resell. I want to
There
display
you
it.
go. He's good.
You know, I might have actually like peeled this off at one point. It doesn't seem
So
fully-
it's already been opened.
maybe. Well, let's put it off for a little while. Maybe I'll open it up later.
Perhaps he'll bring his very nice friends with him.
And I'll bring my very nice friends along.
And you know he brought his very nice friends along.
All right,
I
so
mean,
what about
normally
you?
I feel like we have like 700 comics to talk about.
7, like a ton of new
But
books.
we haven't been together as much lately, so it's like I'm definitely behind. I need to read Hulk.
Yeah.
I have all the issues of Geiger. I have Noctera. I have all that, like a bunch of the indie stuff that's come out. I read Fight Girls. I think we talked about that though,
Yeah, Fight Girls.
or just on like a
couple
live.
weeks ago, yeah.
Yeah, we just talked about it on a live. Fight Girls is pretty tight. That's a new Frank Cho, and then some Rich or somebody's name. I forget who did the coloring.
Go ahead.
But yeah, I am caught up on Spider-Man. I also
Of course.
caught up on
Spidey Corner.
I caught up on Miles Morales too. And Ghost Spider stopped after the 10th issue, and then nothing has like reemerged. Definitely read up on Venom at this point, but I got a grip of stuff I need to read. I got like Champions 1 through 9. I've been collecting Peach Momoko covers.
Yes, you have.
So I
Pretty
have
heavily.
like a huge box of variants right now.
There's a new Girl Scouts coming out, and she did a by Jim Mahfood, and Peach Momoko did one of the
Veros.
Yeah.
That's
What
tight.
was it that we said the other day? Those like Peachy Ververs or something,
Oh dang!
like Heater Ververs, Strizna Fizna Ververs.
Yeah. I can't remember.
Damn it, me neither.
Shit.
We think of good sayings for stuff.
I think it's in our text string.
Oh, it is. Yeah, you tell them about the Spidey Corner, and I'll find it.
Oh, I grabbed the wrong issue of Sinister War.
Oh my god.
Whatever. I know what happened. I've grabbed number 2. I meant to grab number 4 to kind of show some references, but I grabbed the wrong one like a stupid idiot.
Oh, you know what I'm thinking,
You have it?
dude? No.
Oh.
But Manus also brought me a gift over, which is pretty amazing. That we'll have to show you a little bit later in the cast. I think we were talking on the phone when I said it because I don't see it in here. Peachy Veves. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Did we say Peachy Veves?
I don't know. That sounds like a good thing that we would say.
Ververes?
Peachy Ververes, yeah. Variant covers.
Oh,
No, because I
Really
said I got
Peachy
you
Veres?
something and you were like, "What'd you get me?" Like a Hetty variant or something.
Yeah.
And then I was like, "Hetty Veve."
God damn it. Well, anyways,
Anyway,
I
Spidey
did
Wars.
get this is the latest issue of Amazing Spider-Man. It's number 73, legacy numbering 874.
Gotta get those leggy numbs.
Got to get those leggy numbies for sure. This issue's also the like 20 years later after. Oh, excuse me. This issue's also the 20-year anniversary of 9/11.
That's what you had in your story today. Check out Manus stories.
Yes,
on
yesterday
Instagram.
I had it in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a cool little John Romita Jr. And I forget who the writer's name was on the story. I can dig it up real quick. But there's a cool little book in here that's like Spidey and Cap looking at the Freedom Towers and just remembering, regardless if you're some sort of crazy conspirator or whatever you are, whatever happened there was still terrible,
Yeah, definitely. And you can.
Casada wrote this little quick jammer.
Look at the thumbnail that it chose for us for this email I got.
Nice.
We're definitely like both eyes closed. Stony.
Are your eyes closed?
Look it. I'm like, Zangief.
What are you doing?
What are you doing over there, man?
Nobody knows. All right. Yeah. So, anyways, Sinister War is basically a culmination of these kindred characters, like what he's been trying to plot this whole time, and he basically gets like all the different sinister teams together to like fight Spidey.
Sinister 6, Sinister 7,
so
Sinister
like
8.
In this, I can't like turn and flip it too much. Or actually, that's why I wish I had the Sinister War number 4, because in it you see him fighting everybody, whereas this kind of explains what had been going on this whole time, which this character, the Kindred, you think it's Harry Osborn, but then it's like revealed to be this clone of Gwen Stacy, or these two clones that were made. There was a story back in like the late 500s. There was a story back in the late 500s that there's two like love children from Gwen Stacy and Norman Osborn.
Oh shit!
And they were these two, Sarah and Gabriel. They were like these two clones.
Of Harry Osborn and Gwen Stacy?
I think it was more so of just Gwen Stacy's.
But they mixed their DNA. Oh, they mixed their DNAs together or something.
Yeah.
Gotcha. It wasn't like a alternate universe relationship or something like that.
But it's not. But this story's but this Sinister War shit kind of ending is getting kind of nuts, because it's actually making it so that like Harry's been a clone this whole time. Like
since the Clone Wars in the 90s, or
or since Harry became the Green Goblin. So like basically, Spidey pulls up
hobnobbing,
or actually Spidey just falls over
with the Goblin,
and it turns out that like Harry Osborn had the Chameleon set up 2 life model decoys to be Peter's parents when they died back in like the 370s.
They recreated that cover there. Show the people some of these frames, dude.
Show the frame. All right, bet.
This one where they redid.
Yeah. So, but this, what's being said here is how Harry, made a deal with the Chameleon after he takes he found Norman's serum, because Norman's actually supposed to be dead, or he's got amnesia or something like that. Or no, he died. Norman dies on 222. He's supposedly dead in that issue. I forget what issue he like comes back. That would be something to check in on at some point. But so basically the Chameleon designs these life model decoys to play Peter's parents, which he gets them back. They're supposed to be like secret agents. And you actually learn, I think I was even talking about this before, like the last time we were talking about how Peter's sister was also made in to be one of these Chameleon characters. Like, because the Chameleon has a bunch of like followers like him too. His skin can literally change or something like that to look like whoever he needs to. Or it used to be masks.
Oh yeah.
To like
now
cover
he can
it. But now he can, his physique can actually like change to shapeshift.
And you say this is the end of someone.
This is the end of Sinister War. This is the end of Nick Spencer's entirety of his run. Went for 75 issues or 74 issues here.
Damn.
So Harry hires Mysterio and Mendel Strom to like orchestrate this shit to make these twins at that one point, and they trick Norman into thinking that he actually did have this love affair. And this, I believe, this is actually Harry's body. The original Harry, or another clone of his that's dead.
Oh, that's just withered away.
But this one's realized. This one with Carly Cooper here, and supposedly Kindred is also Harry or Sarah. he like knows it. And he's saying, "I know where it leads. It never came back." Okay, yeah. So like when Harry died, back in like 200, I think it is Spectacular 200. I have to check that. That's actually when Harry dies, because Harry Goblin gets beaten by Spidey too.
Oh, yeah.
And then I guess in that moment he died, but in the morgue it had never really happened. Like, this shit is so confusing.
I can't keep track of it for sure.
It's incredibly hard to keep track of. Yeah, and
who's the artist on that now?
This is Carlos. I think this guy's art's sick, but I'm not super familiar with him. Z Carlos and Carlos Gomez with Marcelo Ferreira. So 3 people worked to make this whole issue. There are some panels where the art changes a little bit.
How long since Ryan Otley been on that book?
Oh, a while.
Wow. Yeah,
he's come back for like 4 issues every now and again type thing, but it's been like 30 or 40 issues at this point.
Riots.
Yeah,
I'm just
so
looking at this.
This Harry's technically a clone. The original Harry's been dead already.
Yeah.
And so that day in the morgue, it never happened. Yeah, when Norman saw Harry that wasn't even there, and he's like, "Now you're getting it. This version of you that uploaded it isn't you."
Are you just reading the book, or what's going on?
Well, I'm trying to gain the access in my mind.
I'm trying to
understand like exactly how this all ties together.
Yeah.
From the moments.
So we have
it's like
Gwen Stacy going on.
Is this Sarah turning into Norman, and this creature, kindred, whatever demon he's possessed by, can like make him shapeshift? And ultimately, like, Mysterio planted all these memories in Mary Jane's head by being like a psychiatrist she was talking to. He like tricked her into all that. And then there's like a reference back to American Son, which is when Norman's the Iron Patriot, which is saying like, the clone of him had its own flaws. Like, it was I don't really remember exactly what he was doing back then. So you have to kind of have been following. It's like Nick Spencer definitely drew from so many different stories. You really had to be like following what had been happening to Harry this whole time, because he's gone and come back. He's been gone and come back so many times.
Yeah.
So it's like, I can't wait to read the next issue so that hopefully there's more of an understanding here. Because then ultimately behind it all too, Mephisto and Doctor Strange are like making a deal for somebody's soul. I think it's Peter's, but I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, because it's all.
Where even is Peter in all this? It doesn't seem like Spidey's in.
I think he's passed out. Spidey's passed out like in the front of this graveyard shit. He's passed out like at this in front of this building.
Damn. So Spidey passes out first thing in this.
Or he hits the deck, and then it goes on to this explanation that Harry's giving Norman, and Kindred has Mary Jane, and she's appearing as Sarah, which is like a clone of Gwen Stacy from back in like the late 500s.
Oh, so she's like the
brother were like these 2 clones that were made to trick Norman Osborn into thinking he had some like love affair with Gwen Stacy.
So as Peter Parker is to Ben Reilly, so is Gwen Stacy to that girl, or that girl to Gwen Stacy.
Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah.
It's like it's not a clone that Miles Warren made, though.
Not the Jackal.
It's not a clone
that Jackal made. Oh, he's not Jackal made.
I believe Harry did all this.
Jesus. Those Osborns, they got some problems, dude.
Yeah, I mean, Spider-Man's like worst arch enemy for sure.
The whole family. Any Osborn there is.
I think Harry has a soft spot for him, but Harry's like all damaged because he wishes his dad like approved of him. Harry has, I mean, they show this in the movie. Harry has that like feeling of like, my dad loved you instead of me.
More than me.
But even how they turn that around by the end of 3, where he's like, I'm still going to help Peter because, but he had kind of gone
for the movie.
He had gone crazy having taken the serum also. Yeah. But there was all that underlying bullshit that's there.
The serum.
Yeah, dude. Sinister War, it's like
good.
Kindred basically tried to like get all the villains to go against Spidey, and he was like, they were like, whoever kills him like gets to rule this hell with me, but the rest of your guys are all damned. And then Doc Ock like breaks that link for him, thank God. And then Spidey, he's like, go find Kindred or get away before everybody wakes up.
And who's Kindred again? That was Harry?
Out. I believe it's Harry Osborn. It's either Harry Osborn or it's this clone, this Sarah clone of or the Sarah Gwen clone. It's either her or it's Harry.
Sarah Gwen clone.
Sarah is her name.
It's
Sarah
her name,
and Gabriel were the name of
Sarah
the
is
two
to Gwen
kids
as Ben is to
that were
Peter.
supposed to be, the love children of Norman Osborn and Gwen Stacy.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah.
TLC, the love children.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Every time you tell the tales of what's going on in these Spidey books, it's always so
Sometimes
twisted.
it's a little clearer.
So
But
what were they
it's
saying that
because
it's like
it calls-
a reboot of a reboot of a reboot?
It calls back to so much shit.
Oh, yeah.
It calls back to when Harry was the Green Goblin. And it seems to be an event that he orchestrated back then. But I believe there's a demon that's attached to him. That's who this kindred thing is. And there's some shit going on behind the scenes with Mephisto and Doctor Strange, trying to gamble for, I think it's Peter's life. They're trying to gamble for Peter's soul. That's what it seems like.
Wow. Insane. And Peter wasn't even there to speak for himself. He wasn't even there to defend himself.
Remember when everybody who was watching WandaVision was like, Mephisto's gonna pop up.
People keep saying it about every
didn't.
show, yeah.
And then he didn't pop up, and I was just like, shut up, everyone. Nothing in that led into that. Nothing about
everyone
that
just
story,
keeps thinking Mephisto.
nothing about that story made me think that they were gonna use Mephisto for that.
Man.
I think it was the kids. People were like, well, because he kind of gives her the kids.
Give her the kids because that happens in the book.
I feel like she did that on her own,
Yeah.
but whatever. I don't know.
I don't know
Wars'
that
history exactly.
I do not. And the exact books that those were based on, I don't know either. I got this book. I don't know if
It's definitely a graphic novel you can buy to read that story, though.
Oh, yeah. Hey, or you could get Marvel Unlimited. Did you see the new update for Marvel Unlimited?
I did not.
Oh, man.
Updated.
This week we're brought to you by Marvel Unlimited.
As we are every
week. The brand new operating system is rolled out this week. So get in there and get yourself some comics.
Read
Marvel
them.
Unlimited.
They're good for your brain.
Here on your phone or iPad.
I used to read comics on the train going to work type shit when I first moved here.
Yeah.
I'd read issues of Spidey on my phone.
With the new guided view feature, you just swipe from one panel to another in a cinematic flicker of comic book indulgence.
I like it. All right, we're live.
Cool, we're live. We're back.
Right.
All right. Great commercial break.
Good commercial.
I could go over this one real quick. I did see it off the Cartoonist Kayfabe channel, but I managed to find it off this site. It's an absolutely psychedelic masterpiece if you look through it.
Whoa.
Yeah. It's like underground comics, Yellow Submarine style psychedelia. Absolutely beautiful book. Kaza. Chris Cool by Kaza. Just a real quick toss out on that one. But real quick, I want to walk into camera here with this gift. Sorry, dude. I'm going to try it on.
Okay, bet.
All right.
I'm not going to lie. Right now, I want to read a synopsis of this story to try to understand it better.
Oh my God, it's still stuck together because of the print. That's how you know it's a freshy shirt, huh?
It's a freshie.
Should never peel that, huh?
Well, you're not going to sell it, right?
No.
I guess even if you are going to sell it, you should probably do that.
Look at that. It's still stuck together because of the print. All right, y'all. Check this shirt out that Manus was kind enough to get for me.
It's the least I can do.
I'll take my undershirt off. This thing's tight.
You might have to wear that to the movie.
I don't know about all that.
Why?
Because it's still fresh and
You scared,
it won't
dude?
be comfortable. I'll be all hot.
That's not true. Damn, that is a good ass shirt.
Check out this shirt, y'all. Pretty crazy.
That's a pretty cool shirt.
It does look fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Holy shit. I haven't really had a huge all over print shirt like this.
Wow.
Killer. It is a pretty amazing shirt.
Yeah.
Smoking. Somebody stop me.
Somebody
Sorry.
stop him, dude. Someone fucking get him to stop.
Smoking.
Don't smoke. Stop it. Stop what you're doing. Somebody stop him from
Somebody
smoking.
stop that man.
Let's see what the internet has to say
About what? Your
about Sinister War.
Sinister Wow. That's a pretty sweet shirt, dude. How do you even wash a shirt like that?
Just hang it to dry.
Hang dry.
Inside and
cold.
wash it inside out and wash it with white.
Yeah.
Shit. I won't watch it with anything else.
So let's see what the internet can even make of this story. It's insane. It's crazy. Hit us up in the comments if you have any questions or comments for me and Manus. Don't forget to just crush that like button. Just subscribe and click the bell icon if you want to know when we go live next. I'm testing this out. Hopefully I'll go live here on YouTube with some other shows that we've got under the Cosmic Lion Productions banner family of shows.
Family of shows. Family of shows. Sinister War. How do you spell synopsis?
SYNOP. SYNOPOSOSISOSIS.
I don't think all those letters were.
There's a book that I think you'd like.
You think I'd like it?
Yeah. That's the end of my statement. No, actually, it's from my friend Tony McMillan, and it's called Attaboy. It's kind of like a Mega Man type dude. No, this is something different.
Oh,
this is the Titmouse, one of the Titmouse books. We got a Mahfood cover on here, but it features Overton Lloyd. If you guys know Overton Lloyd, he's the artist from many of the Parliament Funkadelic album covers, and so we have a really sweet interview with him in this book, and some of his amazing P-Funk work. Along with a bunch of other sweet comics.
What, like Parliament
Funkadelic? Yeah, he did their album.
Oh, wow, that's tight.
Yeah. All around the world for the funk. Boop, 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 boop. Not that. Yeah, there you go. Overton Lloyd. Yeah, dude. So that's, I had to grab that for this book. I think they did a show. Boom, boom, bam, bam. Anyway, this is a fun comic book. I had to pull it out. I'm trying to remember where that book Attaboy is, because I do want to show you. It's like an oversized book about this, about a video game character, much like Mega Man, who's kind of breaks out of his like world to like go like beyond the game and into the reaches of your mind. Pretty fun.
That's
fun.
Cool. You don't have the book.
No, I do have the book. I just can't remember exactly where I put it on the shelf. It's weird.
Great.
I know. Awesome. Let's see if I can have a couple guesses here. Definitely don't try to fill the time, man.
Don't do that. Whatever you do. Whatever you do, don't do that. I would love to know exactly what this story really means. Okay.
You find something?
I think so. It's nice to hear what other people say.
Yeah, it helps you make literally any sense of it.
Long dormant aspect of Spider-Man's mythos and his sordid history. With Norman Osborn and the Green Goblin, which many fans have actively tried to forget. Wow, that's hurtful. And lays bare the truth behind Kindred's identity. What you thought it was, Harry Osborn. As Red Newspaper runs along Spider-Man barrels towards its conclusion, this week's number 73 for Spencer and artist Zeke, blah, 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 blah. Further ties the saga unfolding in Peter Parker's life to some most controversial Spider-Man stories ever, even as the current tale continues pushing up against the widely polarizing Spider-Man One More Day. Oh.
What's that?
Oh.
That shed some light.
Well, okay, so here's something I maybe forgot about the story. Peter's trying to ask Mary Jane to marry him again during this during this fucking, what's it called?
And that's why
during
I
this whole
say
attack.
One More Day or something.
Yeah, one More Day is the story where Mephisto takes away their love to save Aunt
away my love.
Aunt May's life.
Yeah.
As we pick through the Kindred's identity and what it means for Peter Parker. Spoilers ahead.
Ooh.
Spoilers ahead.
Spoiler warning.
With Peter Parker arriving at Kindred's mausoleum, where all the other major players in the Kindred scheme have separately gathered, including Mary Jane, Mysterio, Norman, Carly Cooper, Harry, and separately Kindred himself, or rather themselves.
Wow, themselves.
Picking up where the previous issue left off, Kindred unmasked in front of Mary Jane, seemingly reveal that somehow a returned Gwen Stacy. Meanwhile, Carly Cooper and apparently non-kindreded Harry Osborn discover another Harry's deceased corpse on the slab. Yeah, we know that. Which is somehow magically connected to the mausoleum. More on both these pairs in a moment.
Kindreded.
And finally, Norman Osborn is confronted by an AI program of Harry in a laboratory, seemingly filled with clones. See, this all could be Mysterio doing something too.
You never.
It could all. That's honestly what I was thinking while I was reading the issue again today. Yeah. So I was like, this could all be something Mysterio's doing, because Mysterio was trying to make a film based on Spider-Man defeating the Sinister Six, but having like Mary Jane play the Spider-Man role. Oh, yeah. And then they were keeping that from Peter. Maybe that'll all tie into this as well.
Maybe that'll all.
Appropriately, the AI explains that Kindred's entire scheme goes all the way back to the story that immediately preceded and led to the controversial 90s story Spider-Man: The Clone Saga. In that story, Spider-Man life theft, Peter Parker's long-dead parents return only to be revealed as a manipulation by the Chameleon. Yeah, Harry Osborn's AI reveals that Harry helped hatch the scheme before his death. See, this is stuff I just like was not picking out. Well, I mean, I was picking out of it, but at the same time, I was like, what the hell? It is. This is a lot of shit this guy mashed into this story.
Yeah.
It's at the end of the day, though, I think people are like hating on this because it is this difficult to understand, I guess. But at the same time, like, that's a lot of research that guy did and a lot of dedication he has
to tie it all in, or something.
To tie all these events from his past to accumulate into this thing that he has going on.
And you could only do with something that has so much history previously recorded or previously established. You know, you could only go back and like take little pieces from so much shit to like retcon, as everyone keeps saying, like these different things. Retcon after a retcon after a retro.
This isn't a retcon, though.
It's not a retcon.
No, it's drawing from the past
to create something new.
Yeah, it's like that. I guess a retcon is kind of like when you thought something was this the whole time, and then they write it that it actually this happened. That's kind of a retcon, right?
Right.
Because they shift the direction of the character or whatever.
Yeah, this book is bomb. The way it's told too, it's kind of like a video game with like levels or like maps, like you would see from like Nintendo Power.
Right.
I would like you to look through this when you've got a moment.
Yeah. So Harry has been dead this whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Harry's AI reveals that the death of his actual body was genuine, and what's more, he never actually returned from the dead. Further still, the AI confesses that the events of the controversial, much maligned. Yeah, dude, how'd you know that was the word I was trying to read?
Context clues.
Damn, this guy's fucking. My friend is smart.
My friend is smart.
Yeah. Much maligned story Spider-Man's sins past are all a hoax perpetuated by the AI and Harry's still living accomplices, Mysterio and Mendelstrom.
Okay. Mendelstrom.
Yeah, because he makes a deal with them, effectively outdoing one of the most hated Spider-Man stories of all time. Oh, because Sins Past is the story that has to do with Norman and Gwen having had a relationship. That's gotcha. Sins Past. I think Diodato Jr. drew the covers to that, and even potentially the interiors of those amazing issues.
I don't know that. Of those
in
amazing
Sins
issues.
Past, it's revealed that Norman had an affair with Gwen Stacy, which resulted in these twins being born.
Mm.
The twins are rapidly aged to adulthood thanks to Norman's DNA, which was altered by the Green Goblin.
We're not waiting for them.
Taken on the show in an interview with the Grey Goblin before being defeated with their existing.
Who's the Grey Goblin?
Almost entirely ignored since. I think the Grey Goblins were them.
The two kids.
Yeah.
Oh. The Grey Goblin. This is insane. The Spidey world is an absolute.
Yeah, they took on the shared identity of the Grey Goblin. But then there was also a character named like Malice, who was a girlfriend of Harry's back in New Ways to Die. And that was another Goblin character.
Hobnobbing.
I don't remember exactly all the details.
It would
be fun to read a lot of that stuff again.
Yeah, it would be.
To refresh on it.
Check it out on our sponsor this week, Marvel Unlimited. Now with our new OS.
You can literally read all these stories. You can literally read every fucking single one of them.
With a completely redesigned interface. Marvel Unlimited promises to bring you only the best Marvel comics, as well as all the bad ones, and everything in between. Marvel Comics. Brought to
AI
you.
also says Norman Osborn, Mary Jane Watson, and others were tricked into believing the affair took place by Mysterio and Strom using illusions, hypnotism, and false memories.
Wow.
And that Sarah and Gabriel were actually one of a series of clones designed to act as vessels, presumably for Harry's vengeance. So those two were used to kind of like try to keep like Harry's consciousness going type shit.
Harry's vengeance.
Or they're vessels to
where he would
not
exact
to keep his
Harry
conscious
vengeance.
going, but to wreak vengeance on his dad.
Okay.
For selling for Norman against Norman Osborn for selling Harry's soul to Mephisto when he was a baby.
Oof.
I don't remember that.
Yeah. Wow.
That's fucking.
That's why
crazy.
he was always destined for evil.
I don't understand even exactly. I don't know in the story in Sinister War or in the tie-in Amazing issues where they like say that. And I can't remember a story arc where Norman Osborn does that. That's something to now. When we come back next time, I'm gonna have researched.
You're gonna have more.
I'm gonna have researched the entirety of this story. Well, because also issue 74 should come out soon, and this ends with us needing to find out a fucking an ending.
Boom, yeah.
And this is supposedly gonna go into a new set of writers and artists. It's gonna be Zeb Wells and Patrick Gleason on Spidey 75.
Zeb Wells has some.
He's
Spidey,
a great writer.
He's
a great writer. That guy.
He did a run with Joe Mad on Savage Wolverine or something like that. I remember there was a Zeb Wells something.
And Ramos. Does the Civil War.
Oh, Zeb.
I think Zeb Wells wrote that. I don't remember. With that, it's revealed that the Gwen under Kindred's mask is actually Sarah, while the Harry that's been hanging out with Carly Cooper is Kindred's other secret identity. Gabriel.
Sarah Huckabee Sanders.
So Gabriel looks like Harry, is what they're saying. Well, the Harry that's been hanging out with Carly Cooper is Kindred's other secret identity, Gabriel. Wow, I didn't pull that from that. I didn't realize that was Gabriel. Though the full extent of what this all means hasn't been fully explored, the issues, what is that? Denouement. I can't read. Denouement. In which Doctor Strange and Mephisto continue their game for the fate of Peter Parker's soul seems to potentially imply that Mephisto's manipulation of Peter's life goes much deeper than Spider-Man One More Day.
Wow.
Heavy.
Okay.
See, like, how were you supposed to get that from all that?
I guess you got to be smart.
Well, I guess
what
throws you off is like, all of that Harry backstory. That's not fresh in my mind.
Right. Yeah. You have to be able to call on that information like right off,
like
the tip of your tongue, which is not.
The sins past made sense, but I didn't remember like Harry Goblin's story arc and when he dies. That's like spectacular Spider-Man shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna read those.
Yeah. Well, I think we should talk a little bit about here. We're about to go see Shang-Chi down the street here a little bit.
Hell yeah.
And we've both probably heard a lot about it at this point. If you haven't seen it, we're going to talk about stuff that we've heard.
Skin?
Oh, barf. Manus delivered an actor/director out to a deserted. Did you just put that on the ground?
No, I rubbed it in my leg.
That's what?
I rubbed it into my leg.
Just rub skin like.
I rubbed it back. I didn't mean to.
You did put it on the ground. Rubbed it into his leg. Just find it and put it in the trash. This guy.
I don't know if I can, dude.
That's okay. That's gross. I'll just
vacuum. That's all you need.
Now I have to vacuum.
Great. Are you gonna vomit?
No,
you'll be fine. It's funny when you show a crustacean to a cat and it vomits a little bit or it dry heaves.
A crustacean to a cat.
It's weird that it does that.
Huh? You ever show a crustacean to a cat?
Do you want more skin?
No. Okay. If you have more skin, just put it in the trash.
Please.
Manus didn't wear any sunblock, and he delivered an actor/director to a deserted island for some deserted island TV show. Sounds like quite a gig. Hobnobbing. So what about Shang-Chi, dude? Did you read much Shang-Chi comics or anything?
Honestly, not really.
Yeah.
The the biggest memories I have of Shang-Chi is when he teaches Spider-Man Kung Fu because Spider-Man lost his spider sense.
Right. And is that where
That
there's
happens-
like the ninja
That
Spider-Man
happens
comes
after
from?
New Ways to Die, actually.
Or is the ninja Spider-Man that's
Spider
in,
Clan, that's like its own little
right,
that's
with like
its own
stick
little
and stuff.
Yeah, it's like its own little universe.
That's like a Daredevil thing or something. He learned Kung Fu from Daredevil with that, or from the Hand?
in Spider Clan story.
I guess, yeah.
I don't remember. Maybe it was Black Cat. I remember she was in there.
I can't remember that. Yeah, I haven't read much except for maybe like a Marvel 2-in-1 or like Spidey team up or something like that.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's all you've ever read for Spider-Man.
No, for Shang-Chi.
Got it.
Yeah. So I don't know exactly a ton what to expect. I watched this it's these not new, they're old Marvel one shots that are video that they have now up on Disney Plus. They put this one up there on there with Trevor. Ben Kingsley's character from Iron Man 3.
Sir Trevor.
And apparently he's in the movie. They released a character poster of him, so that's not a big spoiler for our one person on there, who I think is Jason, if it is, I'm sorry I called your book the wrong name. I keep thinking about it.
Also, like the movie's been out for
a couple weeks. If you probably saw, there is Delta
if
keeping
you
people
ain't
out.
seeing it, no Delta variant.
Delta.
Wear your mask when you're inside and shut your fucking mouth.
Wow, another great song by Manus Dunbar. Take a look at this book. Just flip through it.
Oh, this is the Mega Man shit.
Yeah,
Nice.
really interesting art style for sure. Tony McMillan, shout out, obviously. But see, that's his name, but then it's also like the life bar or like the energy bar, kind of coming in there on a video game.
Right.
There's the cartridge.
Attaboy.
Yeah, that's the name. You can even borrow this if you're looking to read it, but I think it's something you would enjoy. It's kind of psychedelic, mind-blowing, fun. But
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so we're gonna go see Shang-Chi. We're gonna try to record a little bit after it. It's right down the street. I've heard great things. It's got a great score on Rotten Tomatoes. If that's a
Tomatis Rottanis.
That's
final flame score.
Yeah, sure. The final flame score has actually been really high and good. So anyway, I think maybe we should call it a day on this live and get going off to the film, the teatro. Anyway, thanks so much for joining us, everyone. Can I Thwipp It? Another week. We'll talk to you. Look for a podcast this week too.